The Turkish Riviera is a scenic coastal road that stretches for about 1,000 kilometres along the southwestern coast of Turkey. It's a great place for a road trip, and not just because the roads are so well maintained, making it easy to explore the region and its many ancient ruins by car, but it offers stunning scenery, beautiful beaches with turquoise waters, along with charming coastal towns that are known for their warm hospitality, food and beer, and some of the best sunsets over the Mediterranean Sea. Well, welcome to Turkey.
We're currently in a place called Didim, watching a beautiful sunset at the end of a beautiful day. But we're going to take you on a tour around Turkey and show you some of the sights. So we're starting off our trip down the Turkish Riviera here in Didim. We're going to head our way along the coast all the way down to Antalya.
So along the Turkish Riviera, it is so close to the Greek islands. We look out here and you can see out there, that's Kalimnos. And then out in the distance there is Kos. So we're so close, we can see the Greek islands straight off the coast here. So now we're just going to relax, enjoy our cold Efes beer. It's a Turkish beer, watch the sunset and get ready for our Turkey adventure.
Looking forward to it. Just picked up the car, but yeah, travelling along the main highway here.
Ready to start our Turkish Riviera road trip. So first off, Didim, and then from Didim past Bodrum down to Fethiye, and along the eventually we'll get to Antalya by Friday night. And yeah, it's just nice to look through the Turkish Riviera.
Oh yes. Hopefully we have a nice, find some nice places to stay along the way.
The coastal town of Didim is a popular holiday destination for both Turkish and international tourists. One of the most famous attractions in Didim is the ancient Temple of Apollo, which dates back to the 8th century BC. The temple is located on a hill, overlooking the town and offering stunning views of the surrounding area. In addition to its historical sites, Didim also has several beautiful beaches that are lined with cafes, bars and restaurants where you can relax and enjoy the seaside atmosphere. We're now catching up with our Aussie mates, Kim and Jess, who have been living in Didim for some time, and they're taking us out for a Turkish lunch.
Just only a few decades ago, Turks didn't drink tea or chai in Turkish. But now it's a massive part of the culture. It's one of the biggest tea drinking countries in the world. And everywhere you go, they'll offer you a chai. So we're waiting to have our kebabs done. And the restaurateur just comes out and says, do you want chai with us? It's just like a natural thing wherever you go. If you go to a market and the guy thinks you're going to buy something, he wants to talk you into buying something, he'll sit down, he'll give you a chai first. And around the towns, there are, on each block or every 2 blocks, there's a chai maker, there's a tea maker, and all the shops, they have tokens, and when a customer comes in, they have a little walkie-talkie, and they will tell the chai maker to bring 2 or 3 chais so that you can sit down and talk business with the shopkeeper, and the chai maker just comes in and he takes some tokens from the shopkeeper, and so he just looks after one block, and he has a little cupboard just not much bigger than a wardrobe, and that's where he makes his chai, and he looks after all of the shops in that little block area. For chai. So yeah, it's an amazing kind of culture.
And it's part of their hospitality.
Yeah, part of the hospitality, and you start to drink chai.
Oh, lovely. Alright, time for a chai while we wait for our kebabs. Thanks, Kim. Nice getting a bit of information on the culture here in Turkey. Merhaba. That's the chicken kebab. Wow. Okay, we're in Didim and we're getting our first kebabs. They've just opened, so we're the first customers for the day. We're getting some pitas, so it's going to be cold. Pitas, Turkish kebab, chicken kebab, so. It's a real skill these guys have to make and shape the pita dough. The pita is a traditional flatbread which is an important part of Turkish cuisine that is topped with a variety of ingredients. So the pitas are going in. We've got one meat, cheese and egg. The other one's just meat and cheese. So you can see all the different varieties up there they do. One's just cheese and meat.
That one's got egg on the top, I think.
Yeah, one's got egg and cheese.
That's better.
Yeah, that's just the meat one. Man, that looks awesome. Yummo. Time to enjoy our kebab and some pitas. Bit of variety. After lunch, we head to the local growers market. It's a bustling marketplace where local farmers and producers gather every Saturday to sell their fresh fruit and vegetables. There's a big local fruit and veg market here and spices here in Didim. So just have a look around, they've got pretty much everything's here. So much Turkish desserts and cashews, nuts. Man, there's so much here. The fruit and vegetables sold at the market are freshly picked and often grown using traditional farming methods, without the use of pesticides or chemicals. Some of the biggest tomatoes I've ever seen. Wow, they're huge. Such a huge variety, and they're all saying fresh, picked yesterday and brought straight to market.
var. Ondan sonra büyüş de var.
Teşekkürler. Wow, that is so juicy. Wow. Full of juice. That's amazing. Teşekkürler. Thank you so much. Well, if you're a fruit lover, this would be the place you want to come. Man, fresh peaches, apricots, nectarines, cherries. Massive amount of big cherries here, and amazing how to have this right at your doorstep. Well, you get full just walking through. Everyone offers you a taste of their sample of their fruit they've got, or any of the vegetables, but oh, the fresh apricots and cherries and apples and grapes. Look at the size of some of these grapes and all varieties. Thank you.
Al tatlı üzüm. Yeah.
Oh, teşekkürler. Alright, so I'm trying some of their grape. Yeah, it's awesome. Well, if you lived here in Didim, you would never run out of fresh fruit or veg. So many variety of vegetables and fruit here, then man, beautiful. It's pretty packed. They open at about 6, so they're going to about 6 at night.
İlk yaptık şeftali oldu.
Now all these olives, man, they look amazing. I just tasted a few and absolutely beautiful. And then you got all the different cheeses from goat milk and cow's milk. Well, I think I'll jump in and have a swim when we get back. We're just going to go and have a sunsetter down the beach here in Didim. Staying with our good mates Kim and Jess, and this is their pool at their place here. It's pretty nice. It's going to be beautiful. Looking forward to it.
In case you don't know which country you're in, you just got to look up.
Yeah, that's right.
You can see that from our place.
What's this all about? Well, there's the main tourist strip here in Didim. It's called Altınkum. So in Turkish, Altın means gold, Kum is a beach. That's what it means apparently, and golden beach. Now she is packed down here at the end of a 45-degree day here in Turkey. We come down to the beach and the main strip. It's quite a touristy area, and you can get the boats out to different islands for snorkeling and diving for the day. And there's a lot of water activities out there. So here's the main square in Didim. Endless types of meals, kebab shops, doner kebabs and pides and gozlamine. Endless shops, hey Kimo?
After a lovely, relaxing few days in Didim with Kim and Jess, we make our way down the Turkish Riviera to Bodrum, Göcek, Fethiye, and by sunset we'll reach Turkey's most stunning resort town of Ölüdeniz. The seaside town of Bodrum is the gateway to catch a ferry out to the Greek islands. It's also famous for its iconic castle, which was built by the Knights of St. John, an early Catholic military order in the 15th century. Göcek is a popular destination for yachting and sailing enthusiasts, as it's surrounded by several stunning bays and islands that are perfect for exploring by boat. The town's marina is a hub of activity, with many luxury yachts and sailboats mooring there. It's also one of the most expensive places to stay along the Turkish Riviera.
One of the things here at Göcek, the whole harbour, the bay is just absolutely like a massive marina filled with luxury boats and yachts and catamarans and fishing boats and tour boats. It's a big tourist destination obviously, but beautiful with all the mountains surrounding it too. And they've got all these islands off the coast here as well, so you can hire a boat and just head straight off the coast here. So, or even rent a boat yourself, like this one here. Boat's coming back. When we went online to have a look at what was the price of rent to get a place here for the night. It's the most expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was more expensive here than other places for sure.
I think on average it was like $100 and $200. I think it was sort of around the cheapest, whereas where we're heading now, it's more around the 150, 120 Australian dollars you can get a place. So that was Göcek. We had a quick stop here to stretch our legs, have a walk, and now we're making our way to Fethiye, where we're staying tonight at Ölüdeniz. So it's going to be good. We're now making our way back out of this little place. It's a cute little place, but a little bit expensive to stay. So anyway, on we go. Keep exploring through the Turkish Riviera.
The charming port city of Fethiye is known for its breathtaking scenery and crystal clear waters on the Mediterranean Sea. But one of its most popular attractions is the ancient Lycian rock tombs that are carved into the cliff faces overlooking the city. Just a short drive from Fethiye, we arrive at sunset at Ölüdeniz.
Well, we've made our way to the seaside town of Ölüdeniz, famous for parasailing. You see the cliff behind me when they take off, but then they land down here on the beach area here. But this is rated the most beautiful place in all of Turkey. Not just from the view, but they also got the Blue Lagoon here. We'll show you tomorrow. But everyone's coming in now from the sunset parasailing. Pretty amazing. We're now going to just go for a bit of a walk along the beach, have a drink, something to eat. Maxi relaxy evening.
Big day of travelling, so
from
3
Didim.
hours of travelling.
Yeah,
I'm tired. It's time to relax.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's go and explore a bit of Ölüdeniz. It's funny, when we checked into the hotel, I said, "Oh, what time's the bar open, ready and dinner?" They said 10 o'clock everything opens. I'm like, 10 a.m. in the morning? They're like, no, 10 p.m. Get that vibe already that this place, we're going to have loud music going until early hours of the morning. This is where we're staying at the Tulip. Nice little place, about 140 a night, but it's pretty cool. Nice room, balcony, looking over the pool. It's been pretty good. With the mountain behind us, where you see all the parasailers coming off.
Just a short walk from our resort is Ölüdeniz's famous Blue Lagoon, with its turquoise waters and white sandy beaches. It's one of Turkey's most popular holiday destinations because of its stunning natural beauty. The calm and shallow waters make it an ideal spot for families with young children.
Oh, this is the famous Blue Lagoon in Ölüdeniz. And you look down and it's just absolutely beautiful and it's rated one of the most beautiful places in Turkey. I think it's a bit touristy, this spot.
You reckon? It's beautiful, calm, flat water, beautiful temperature. So I can sort of understand why people would come down here, especially if you've got kids, you know.
Beautiful temperature. That's your temperature though.
Yes, this is my kind of temperature.
Heaps of activities, paddle boarding. You can go out in these little boats, paddle boats, and head out into the lagoon. They've got lots of water activities around here, even jet ski hire and ski boats towing you on the tube around.
If you're just wanting a relaxing day at the beach, well, you can enjoy just soaking up the sun on one of the many sun lounger beds.
So you've got all these day beds and umbrellas you can hire and spend the day on relaxing. You've got shade. Just watch, read a book and just go for a swim and you get hot and there's little bars behind you and you can grab a fresh cold drink or something like that. Even though there's lots of people, it could be very relaxing just to enjoy a day down here. You can see why it's popular, not just with foreign tourists. A lot of the local Turkish people come from all over Turkey here to go for their holidays here. We can count about 30 parasailers in the air at the moment. Amazing how many are up there. This is what bites on the bottom. All these little pebbles. They're so smooth. You think it's sand, but it's not. It's just all little pebbles. All the big players along there. Might be heading there after a swim. Serena's all ready now for a parasailing adventure.
Yeah, you know me and heights. Love me a bit of heights.
It's pretty amazing. Kim and Jess, who we were staying with in Didim, they said they used to live here in Fethiye, right close to Ölüdeniz. And they said one day they came down here and they counted up to 60 parasailers in the sky. So they jump off the cliff up here, we'll show you that. And then they land here on the beach. This afternoon, we're going to take an adventure to the summit of Babadağ Mountain, which is nearly 2,000 metres above sea level. The view up is simply incredible and awe-inspiring. But the main reason we're going to the top is to watch all the paragliders taking off. We bought a cable car that will take us all the way to the summit of Babadağ Mountain.
I don't need this much space for me alone.
Ah, good, no worries, mate. Okay, we're in the cable car with Matthias. He is a pilot and a paraglider and been paragliding for how many years?
2 years now?
2 years now.
2 years now.
From Switzerland.
Yeah.
He reckons this is the premier paragliding destination in the whole world.
It's a very cool spot. It's a very cool spot because just like you barely have that there is a mountain 2,000 meters high right next to the shoreline.
Yeah.
So you can start at 2,000 meters and land at the beach.
Yeah.
This is kind of unique.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
And what are some of the other areas you paraglided from?
A little bit in Israel, and then mostly it's all Switzerland.
Yeah. And you've got to be licensed to be a pilot, a paraglider?
Yeah, you do.
Do you have to every year renew your license?
No, once you have it, you got it. In Switzerland, I can only speak for Switzerland. It's like you do some 50 flights with an instructor, but you're always flying alone.
Yes.
But the instructor just gives you guidelines with a walkie-talkie, and then you gotta do a theoretical and a practical license test.
How many flights you got under your belt?
It's around 70, 80 now. Yeah. So yeah, it's the second time. Yesterday was quite a strong wind launch, but I think today is the same. But let's see.
How long does it take you to set up to be ready to go?
It's little time. If I just can pull it out with no wind, I'm ready in like 5 minutes.
Cool.
But up here it's always a queue. So you queue up and then you make everything ready, and then I have to wait for a little bit smaller gust because otherwise I'm going everywhere, but not where I want to go.
Had any close calls?
No.
Wow. And there you go. I'll just record you and film you doing it.
Thanks, mate.
See you down the bottom.
Yeah, sure.
We've made it to the top of the mountain, but we come to the part where it's all the paragliders, where they all take off from. So it's pretty unbelievable. Have a look at this. There goes Matthias. He's doing a single flight on his own. How's the view he'd have? Absolutely spectacular views all the way down. You could just sit here watching this all day. Just people taking off, and there's some chicks freaking out like, they're just like, no, I can't do this, and running off to the toilets, they're crying, and then come back, and then they're like, okay, they go, and then they like go, oh no, I can't do it. And another one, like lady, her legs are like jelly, and she's just like sitting on the ground, and the guy is telling, stand up, I can't do it.
I wonder why people do
It's
it,
like,
they freaked out by it, like, you know.
Yeah, that's right, they're absolutely freaking out. Like, why do it in the first place? Just come up and enjoy a cold beer watching everyone else do it.
I mean, I understand people that, you know, it's an adrenaline rush, they're nervous, it's their first time, of course. But if you're that freaked out, why do it?
There you go. Well, at the very top, they've got some beautiful bars and restaurants to sit and eat and watch all the paragliders taking off. Pretty beautiful little spot. Catering for everyone, all the observers that aren't flying. Got a couple of local Turkish beers, FS Malt and FS Pilsen. And what a great way. I'm not having both, one Serena's, but just to enjoy having a cold beer on top of the mountain, 2,000 meters up, watching all the paragliders taking off. They literally be doing thousands of takeoffs, thousands of flights every day here, like just hundreds of people. You think you're down to the last 2 or 3, and then another whole busload of people who are coming again now.
At least 20 lined up here, ready to go.
More than that, it'd be close to 40, I reckon. You count them.
Double them up.
Oh yeah, of course, double.
We continue our drive down the Turkish Riviera to the relaxing port town of Kaş. This area is also known as the Turquoise Coast. You can see why it gets that name. With every turn along the rocky coastline, there are these stunning secluded coves with crystal clear turquoise water and golden sandy beaches. One of the cool things here along the Turkish Riviera, the coastline down here that we're finding, one of the cool things that we're finding is that all along the road here there's these little bays, these gorgeous little beaches, and they're packed, but you can see why. The water is crystal clear, beautiful turquoise blue. You've got little sunbeds and beach huts that you can hire and spend the day here. What a great little place to spend an afternoon. Beautiful.
Well, I've made it to Kapultuş Beach. This is the most famous beach in all of Turkey. It's one of the most photographed and absolutely beautiful. So we may head down and head for a swim. It's a perfect day for it. Let's go. The beach is accessed via a steep staircase carved into the rocks, offering us beautiful views of the beach below. The beach is perfect for swimming with minimal swell, and being surrounded by the cliffs makes it so impressive. You can see why it's one of Turkey's most famous beaches. The drive is probably one of the most spectacular coastal drives I've driven. It goes pretty much all the way from the other side of Kushadasi all the way down to Finike, and like you go inland a few times, but the coastal road that comes in on the coast, and it's just these cliff drop-offs all the way into the water with some of the most beautifulest beaches, little small beaches along the way. Absolutely spectacular drive. You can see that the locals get impatient with all us tourists driving along, because we're just like, oh look at that, oh look at that, and then they're like, toot toot, get going, and we're too busy rubbernecking, looking everywhere. But it is beautiful. Look at this.
We arrive later in the day in Kaş, which might just be my favourite place to stay. It's got such a laid-back atmosphere, along with its charming historic town centre. We head out for a wander along its narrow cobblestone streets that are lined with traditional Turkish houses and many shops, restaurants and cafes.
Yeah, they're pretty packed, all the back streets, and they're pretty groovy, all these little alleyways. Got loads of little different shops and souvenir shops and Turkish rugs. Which way, Serena?
Let's go that way and then come round.
Well, we're going for a walk through Old Town, and we come down to the marina here in Kaş. This meze place is famous here in Kaş. It's probably one of the best places you'll get meze. So it's the Turkish equivalent to Spanish tapas.
So we literally googled best meze, and this place, which is like 150 metres up the road from where we're staying, was listed as #1. So we've come here and we've just chosen a few starters, and straight away they've brought out olives and bread, and we've got this beautiful like green salad in a yogurt dressing. Oh, it's just really good food, really good. Some crispy zucchini, like little battered zucchini bites with some delicious sour cream. We finish our evening with a traditional Turkish coffee, which is heated in sand using a çezve, a small copper pot with a long handle. It's a popular way of making coffee in Turkey. The beautiful Linda Beach Hotel was the perfect location for us to stay. After a fantastic night's rest, from here we just walk out and explore more of the charming and picturesque town of Kaş.
Well, good morning. We've gone for a walk to explore around Cass, and we've come to these 4th century Lycian tombs. They're all along the rock face here in Cass, so you climb up and you can have a look at them. Nice way to work off your breakfast this morning, climbing up all these stairs and checking out all these old tombs.
The Hellenistic Theatre is a short walk from the town centre. It's believed to be built around the 1st century BC. It's carved into the side of the hill overlooking the sea. After spending the morning exploring Cash, we decide to have an afternoon swim at the cutest little beach in the world, which just happens to be right in front of our hotel.
There's a little beach just down where we're staying from the hotel, like a 2-minute walk. You can't fit too many people on it, but it's a cool little beach. Water's a little bit cool, but looking forward to a bit of a swim. Oh, it's a bit fresh in the shade. Time to swim out. It's amazing how buoyant you are in this water here. It's really salty. Oh, this is pretty beautiful. Just swimming out here, and there's all these restaurants and bars right on the waterfront here. Cash. I've enjoyed our little time in Cash.
Yeah.
It's got a real, well, it's like I was saying the other day, it feels like like we're on the Greek island somewhere. It's got those real skinny streets and pebbled or paved pathways, but originally it was actually a Greek city back in the early 20s. Just off the coast here, it's actually the Greek islands are right close, and they do day trips out to them. Some of the islands where there's the old Hellenistic Greek city that's sunken from earthquake, and it's all underwater. They do boat trips out to that as well. Yeah, it's a real cool little place.
We say goodbye to Cash and continue our journey along this stunning coastline to Finike and then up to Antalya. Amazing, these coastline beaches just are so inviting. You could spend a week just going around and swimming at each of these little coves. Each of them are unique, but each of them are beautiful.
We've just come into the coastal town of Finike. It's absolutely stunning with these massive mountains behind it, and you can see where the snow would have been during the winter time, all the snow-capped tops. Absolutely beautiful place, like and some of the buildings we just drove past are like real luxury apartments, and they're just looking over these mountains and everything, and the beautiful turquoise bay, beautiful blue water, and they've got all these absolute luxury big yachts, and it sort of gives me the idea of, I've never been there, maybe what Nice is like in France, or with all the mountains and something like that maybe.
Later in the afternoon, we arrive in Antalya, which is the largest city in Turkey's Mediterranean region, with over 2.6 million people. Antalya has a rich history dating back thousands of years. In fact, as recorded in the Bible book of Acts, the Apostle Paul came into the old Roman seaport town of Antalya before sailing off for Antioch.
We've come down to the old Roman port here in Antalya, and you can see it's still a lot of the old Roman stone work all around us.
We check into our hotel in the old town and head out for a swim to cool down from the hot Turkish summer and explore this historic city.
Okay, we're coming down for a swim. They've charged us here in Antalya 150 lira for a swim. First time I've had to pay for a swim on this trip anywhere. Because it's so hot, there's no other beaches around where we're staying, and we don't have a pool in the place, we've got no choice.
On the platform.
Up the platform, okay, thank you. Whoop. Okay. So this is the guy that just showed us to where we're our little bed here. He's looking after everyone. What's your name?
Mehmet Feyzi.
Mehmet.
Mehmet.
Mehmet. Good to meet you, Mehmet.
Bye bye.
See you, bro. Thanks. We got a little sunbed here. We're going to relax here for an hour or two and have a nice swim, have a drink, and just cool down.
Our Turkish Riviera road trip was such a relaxing and memorable adventure. We wish we had more time than just a week to spend here and explore this historic and stunning Mediterranean coastline. But for our last night in Antalya, we catch up for dinner with some friends.
Our last sunset on the Turkish Riviera here in Antalya. We're with our good mates from India, originally from Canada, Mike and Serena, and yes, there is two Serenas.
One table.
They've taken us to this little rooftop viewing area here in Antalya for the evening, and one of the most spectacular views you'll get. You're seeing the mountains in the background, seeing all the cruise boats going past, and now we have the sun setting behind us. What a great way to finish our time on the Turkish Riviera.